What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the TheDomCast. This should be episode 18, and we're recording a little bit early this week. This is actually Tuesday due to some dire circumstances. Got my two co-hosts with me here this week. Say what up, Ian and Rod. Say whatever you got to say.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
What's good?
Alright. Yeah, we're talkative today. Yeah, I asked for topics yesterday, but to be honest, I doubt there needs to be any kind of questions or anything, because last night we were kind of sitting here waiting today for confirmation, but we basically know Kevin Durant has torn his Achilles, partially, fully, and there is a bunch to go from off of that. There's so many things, future, present, how this whole thing was handled, so I'm just going to put the question out there for both of y'all, because I know we probably have different opinions. Do y'all think Kevin Durant should have ever tried to come back and play in Game 5 in the first place? Down 3-1? What should have happened? Should he have been out there? Should he have just packed it up for the year? What should have happened?
I mean, first off, we got to understand that Durant's a professional. He's a competitor. So, as most people in professional sports, if they think they can play, they're going to play. But we got to realize that there's a whole bunch of other moving pieces that went into this, whether it be the doctors, management, media, or just all the influence, whether or not that made me thought he'd had to go out and play. But it's just right now we don't have all the facts.
Yeah, what about you, E? What you think should have happened with this?
Same. As I'm not, even though I used to play football in high school, I'm not, of course, near the athlete, but it's the finals, man. It's a brink of elimination. Your team is down 3-1. They needed you. You'd have made a difference on the team. So, of course, if he felt his body was good to go, and let's say the doctors were legit, and it was unbiased about their diagnostics, and everything was good to go, he would have playing hurt but not injured, and he decided to go out there. It doesn't matter what if he would have popped it or not. I would have can't knock him for that. I would have went out there too.
So okay.
It's a finals, B.
Because I think we could reasonably agree that I remember I saw something that Kerr said that he had no chance of like maybe re-injuring it, or like that the chances, like I heard something like that the doctor said something similar to that. Because I feel that even though you're a competitor, if the doctor said that there's a chance he can tear your Achilles, I don't really think.
Yeah, the doctors being unbiased. It's the team doctors, so they like, yo, this the finals. Let's say what we gotta say.
Right.
But they generally say, yo, you can play, but it's a good chance you'll pop your shit. I'm pretty sure Katie wouldn't play, but the fact that he got the green light, and I'm pretty sure he really wanted to play. I don't think he was pressured by the media to. I know you heard the narratives, but he's a gamer, man.
So going off of that, because you're talking about what the doctors might have said and re-injury and all of that. What do y'all think this injury actually was in the first place? Like going back to the Houston series, because now there's a whole conspiracy, of course, that it was always the Achilles. It was never the calf. Yeah. Y'all buy into that? Because
I can reasonably buy into that, because even where he was putting the ice pack versus where he was reaching, it was this lower calf injury that they were. Specified.
Where's the lower calf?
Yeah, I mean it's the lower calf.
The lower calf.
So I mean, I feel like it was always some kind of Achilles tweak, but they were just trying to, I guess, cover it up to a certain extent.
And why though? What's the point? Because y'all both think that it was a lie the whole time.
Why?
Why?
I don't think it was. It probably like a sprain Achilles. Maybe it's nothing too egregious. But like it was Achilles, but not to a point where it's like, yo, fam, you know, any.
And also, we got to think about this. When he got injured in the Rocket series, if they had said it was an Achilles injury, everyone been like, okay, he's just done.
And plus, you don't want to give your opposition hope, any motivation, or this is our moment.
So you think it was just sandbagging the whole time?
Yeah,
basically.
like fam, if my best player out, like he good, he coming back.
Yeah, because when you
don't want to get to the opponents. Oh yeah, we got this. They don't got him. They depleted. They don't got no hope of winning without KD. Let's go bust him up. But yeah, like he's good. He coming back. He just stretching.
Because that's what I've been trying to figure out the whole time is why, just why lie? Why? Because if it was an Achilles strain, it's an Achilles strain. It is what it is. Yeah, I never really bought into the conspiracies. But then again, just like Rod said, like from the night that it happened in Houston, he grabbed his Achilles. Yeah. Every time I saw ice, it was on the Achilles. Right. Last night, he pretty much tore his Achilles.
Yeah, I think he probably strained it with the lower calf injury.
So
I don't see. I only reason I can think of is like, yo, they don't want to give the opposition any window of thinking they could beat us.
Yeah. So, man, this changes things quite a bit. Like, I'm still grappling with this. Not 24 hours later yet, but I'm still grappling with this. Like, what is this now? We've lost to torn Achilles specifically. I think as far as superstar players, this is Kobe, Cousins, and Kevin Durant in the recent
within the past 5 years.
Well, I'm saying everybody balling low cuts. Boys.
He blames the low cuts on the Achilles.
Well,
that's the theory.
Like, fam, everybody balling lows.
You know the thing, I don't think anyone knows what actually causes a torn Achilles. I don't know if it'll matter if you had highs or lows on. Like, it's just
like happened to these three guys.
No, it just because when you look at it, if you look at those last 3 injuries, every single play where they tore it was just
random.
It was just a basketball play. It just gave out.
It got me afraid to go out and hoop.
But what I'm saying is,
like, what do I got?
Is the game faster now? That's why.
Well, no, because look at the examples of people who tore, like Kobe when he tore his, he was just trying to make a. He was just trying to go.
Posting up.
He was just trying to go. Yeah. KD last night, I didn't even see when he originally tore his. He just planted. He just planted and popped.
Just planted off it.
Try to do like a shake move, whatever.
I think the most violent one was probably Cousins because his was like he was like jumping in the crowd or some shit, wasn't he? Like I remember he was like going for a loose ball or something. So
yeah, something like that.
So you could actually see how his tore, but these dudes just planted they feel like they normally do.
Well, I'm saying it had to be the lows, man.
The lows was Cousins in lows? I can't remember.
Everybody balling low.
All right, so
because people have been moving their feet for years.
Mm-hmm.
Doing these dive balls, pivoting and planting feet. So it got to be the lows.
But I mean, people been turning to Achilles for years too.
I'm pretty sure.
Not like this though. Like
I'm pretty sure Dominic has some low Converse.
Low Converse. You talking about when
Dominic Wilkins?
Oh, Dominic Wilkins. Yeah. I don't know if footage even exists of his torn Achilles. I never seen it. Yeah.
We had some low boys on.
Yeah, no, so yeah, but Wilkins did so we can go ahead and transition a little bit. Off the top of my head, Wilkins is the only player I know that's come back decent from an Achilles, and that was for like a year, I guess, after he came back.
I think
he was with the Hawks or with the Clippers.
He was with he was playing with like San Antonio.
Remember he got bounced around to a bunch of random places.
I mean, granted, he was still averaging like 28, but no one talks.
I didn't know that. I thought he was the Clippers.
Clippers. Yeah, no, he went to the Clippers. Okay. Yeah, he hooped out. I think that's where he had a lot of influence.
I think he was the only in recent memory like person that tore their Achilles and they at least played at like a high level.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
for like a year or two, we still play at like a very high level.
Because that's where I'm going with this. Like we watched it kill Kobe, right? Kobe was at the top of his game. Like he was having arguably his best season.
Dropping 27 a game.
Yeah, he was
still Kobe.
Yeah, that was probably his best season. He came back, he couldn't jump, fam.
Nothing.
He did a regular one hand dunk, like he barely grazed rim. And we was like, oh shit, like we was losing it.
That followed out the rotator cuff injury.
Yeah. So there's Kobe. We see Cousins now, like he looked gassed, but that has of course he tore his quad too.
I mean, but he's just injured.
Plus he like 280. So.
Yeah, so Chauncey Billups tore his. Brandon Jennings tore his. I forgot about Jennings.
He hasn't been. Yeah, he ain't been the same since.
So when he was Milwaukee days.
Detroit
days.
Yeah, I think so.
But he was still like
he was having a good
season. But he was
season.
still a viable player. Before he tore
Isaiah Thomas. Original.
Yeah, original Isaiah Thomas. He retired, so we never got to see when he came back.
Right.
The most recent example I have of a player even looking decent would be Rudy Gay. Like y'all forgot he tore his. He's still decent,
He's okay.
I thought he tore the ACL too.
No, he tore his Achilles.
Yeah, Achilles.
Recently.
Damn.
And he's good, but again,
he never had like a high ceiling.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't really had star expectations, but now I'm looking at this like, bro. All right, so Kevin Durant just tore his Achilles. Whether it's partial, whether it's a full tear, it's June right now.
Shit rolled up on his leg.
Yeah, like the way. Yeah, they got to be full because you saw his calf snap.
Like
that's
everything like vibrated. Like.
I hate that for him, man. I hate that, but
that shit
it's just nasty. Like what I'm gonna go hoop for now? Like I don't get paid to do this. Like I'm gonna go out there and hoop. Like if I tell my Achilles, I'm gonna be limping around here for weeks, like for nothing. I'm not collecting no basketball check off. This is not that serious.
You right a point.
But damn. What I'm trying to say with Kevin Durant is okay. So tears it in June. This is late in the finals too.
Yeah, he's not going to play basketball. He's mixing the next year. He's not playing.
So he's not going to play next season, which means he's likely going to pick up his option with Golden State this summer to collect that $30 million. Yeah. But now, okay, we get into this topic. Kevin Durant's future. I'm not maxing him off a torn Achilles. He's going to be 32 years old next time he plays basketball, as far as we know right now. If we're thinking October of 2020, he's going to be about 32 years old, right? 31, 32 years old. That's not old, but I'm saying he will not have played for a year. You don't know what he looked like off the Achilles. We know what.
Well, Dom, you'll say you won't give him the max, but someone out there.
Oh, and I agree.
Someone out there will give him.
Oh, I agree. Of course, yeah. If Kevin Durant is allowed to float out there in the market, somebody's gonna be like, "Well, fuck y'all." Then like we'll bet. Leave the rest up to God. That's basically the way it's gonna go.
But it completely changes the whole free agency landscape.
Completely. Yeah. What do the Knicks do now?
Because all these teams were saving up. Two spots. One was hopefully for KD, and then for anybody else. Now the best free agent available is Kawhi, simply by the fact that
he's probably going to stay.
He's healthy, but
maybe. Yeah.
You think Kyrie going to Brooklyn by himself?
Well, no. Okay, that's what I was going to say. Wait, check it out. Kyrie was going to Brooklyn. It seemed over the news that we got over the last week or so that Kyrie is interested in Brooklyn regardless. Like whatever they do, it seemed like he's interested.
Come on, man.
What? You ain't been hearing the news?
I was assuming he's going to get Brooklyn and is going to convince KD to go.
He could do that anywhere with KD though. He could do that in New York. He could do that with the Clippers.
He's from Jersey, so I understand the Nets connection, but you leave in Boston to go to that situation.
Which again, talent wise, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like then to try to stay in Boston and try to build something maybe. But
I thought they're going to ship D'Lo.
I mean, there's only so much ball to go around, especially if you potentially added KD.
Yeah, so this summer free agency plans are messed up because now it's like we got the Anthony Davis. I mapped this out like some Doctor Strange type shit. Like when that happened last night, I'm like, I'm looking at everything that's happening. This makes it that much easier for it because LA was already in position. They're trying to get somebody with LeBron. They were already trying that. Pelicans are under new management. They seem like they want to get Anthony Davis dealt before the draft, I heard, which is like the next 10 days. Now, we might be looking at Anthony Davis in a Lakers jersey. You know, power balance totally shifts because like KD's not in the picture now for the next year. That's so crazy to think about, to go from where we were, before last night.
But also, with the Warriors situation, if KD pick up that option, you got to max Clay out too.
Yeah, because he said he wants max or else he's going to look elsewhere. Well, that's what the news has been.
Crazy if they try to get all these people.
And that's what I'm wondering, Rod. Maybe when a player gets injured, don't they have like an exception or something like that? Like, because KD's probably going to pick up that $30 million option. But is that going to count against their cap while they have it? Because he's not going to play next year. And they got to max Clay too. So what do they do with that team? Because they got to max Clay, and you got to pay KD, but KD's not going to be there. So you're going to be playing for a team as if Durant was there, but he's actually not. So that makes it hard to like pick up other people.
4 players.
Like injury exemption.
I'm not sure.
I have to look.
Yeah,
I have to look at what the rules are right now.
Because I'm not even sure the exemption works for like they get a free like 30 mil or something like that. I don't think it work like that.
Maybe Madden luxury taxes.
So the Warriors' future looks a little bit different, but okay. But yeah, I know one of y'all. So are y'all maxing personally? Are y'all maxing KD out after this?
I'm maxing him out, dog.
You maxing him out?
I have to. What I'm gonna offer him? $10 million.
Okay, I don't know the number you gonna offer him. Go ahead.
Here's my thing. I still max him out simply because even though he's gonna lose a step, it still doesn't change the fact that his jumper is pure. You can't really block it, and if you
I'm saying, I told Dom.
I'm saying his game is still going to be at a level
60%. KD still best, the most better than most people.
Okay,
I'm good with that.
Okay, but you're maxing for. Okay, here's my point though. When you max a guy, we know what a max contract is for.
Yeah,
a lot of the times, as you're our guy, you're our cornerstone. So that's not going to happen this summer because he's probably not going to be a free agent this summer. But you go to next summer, you pay him. My point with the Achilles is not that he won't be able to play. He'll always be able to shoot, but Achilles lead to other injuries. We've seen that. That happens. People get Achilles, it leads to other things, whether it's them not being the same or whether it's more injuries after that. So you want all that money tied up in somebody whose future might look like that going into their late 30s. You maxing that? I can't see it.
On a separate note, didn't KD say he was going to try and retire kind of
35, but I think they're going to switch to 40 now.
Yeah, I think he might have to put
push that to 40 now.
Yeah,
he said 35.
It was a while ago he said that, didn't he? I forgot all about that. Yeah, that's a good point. He did say that.
He said 35, but he wasn't expecting no Achilles torn.
Yeah, life changes. He might have. I don't think he planned on taking a year off.
Yeah, he count his money probably now.
Yeah, I agree with y'all. The team is gonna, if it's not the Warriors or whoever, somebody's gonna max.
Well, I guess if it's a team that it's not on the they don't have a table they have to win now. Like Lakers can't do it because LeBron got 2 prime years.
Yeah, so you can't max KD right now.
Yeah, but you go to a franchise, like I still see Knicks doing it because they need star power regardless.
Well, I think the Knicks are kind of probably moving on from the KD thing because like they set that whole shit up this year for him and another free agent. That was no secret.
They did that. If they don't end up with Kimba.
I think low key. I think
So
Kimba.
so you rather have a Max Kimba than a Max?
No. What I'm saying is, I think they're making their moves this summer. They're not waiting to see what happens with KD because they set everything up for this summer.
Well, what I'm saying is, it seems like they might end up with Kimba.
I just feel bad for Knicks fans because
they
miss out on the Zion lottery.
Yeah.
Then Kyrie's like, I'm trying to play for the Nets, and then KD gets hurt. So I mean,
I'm just saying I'd rather deal with Achilles torn Max KD than Max Kimba.
But fam, like,
I'm sorry, like,
in 2 more years when KD is pushing 34 or 35,
Giannis might have a jump shot by then.
you said Giannis. You said Giannis might have a jump shot by then.
Might look a little different, man.
Bro, like I would not want my team to max him. Depending on, of course, we want to see if this is full rupture.
If you're trying to win now, I understand. But for team that's
in 2020, we're talking about free agency 2020 because that's when he's going to be a free agent.
Yeah.
And we don't know, like that's too far in the future to even speculate what's going to happen.
So many moving parts. It's hard to even.
Yeah, and the whole NBA, the start of the 2020s is just officially different because he could have went back to Golden State. He could have very well stayed this summer. And nobody would have been able to touch them still, probably. He stays with Golden State this summer, and they would have been fine. They would have just retooled.
Because you have to pick up, because you're going to pick up the option, that means you don't have that cap space to maybe pick up,
if there's no injury.
A mid-level small forward to kind of, fill in the gaps. So.
And they're not totally screwed. Like, they're showing right now they can still compete, obviously, without him.
But yes,
they're still a playoff team, but I mean, if Lakers get AD, then,
which looks like a thing. Actually,
I don't think it might not be what they have might not be enough to guarantee themselves out the West.
Yeah, and then they got to pay Draymond next summer.
But they don't got no bench, so
who?
Warriors don't have no bench, so because Lemons might retire, so you down you got Looney with the messed up collarbone.
Looney's gonna be fine by next year, but Looney's he's a role player.
You got 3 people. You got Cook, Looney, and Cousins if he stays.
So the team is going to look different next year. Well, Cousins is probably coming back, though. At this point,
nobody getting him no money.
Yeah, at this point.
His money looking real funny right now.
Somebody posted a meme with a little thing walking, everybody's scattering away.
Oh, yeah.
The most other thing I've seen him do was that putback dunk that got waved off last night.
Yeah, because he's right now is his audition in the free agency. It's not, I mean, he has a good, a burst of energy every now and then in him, but, he's not come take this max and let's win a championship.
Game 2, they saw 11.
He hasn't been 100% for
a long time,
since
so his game 2, he dropped 11 and 6. They're like, yo, that was a great game.
I mean, for him it was because it was other stuff he was doing.
Granted, he made a difference. He made a difference in that game.
Yeah, it was other stuff he was doing with that.
Yeah, but some people laying on it too much. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, we know there's definitely reactions.
Whenever someone does anything, there's gonna be hot takes. So.
Yeah. And there goes a version of his our timeline for Golden State right there. If DeMarcus Cousins is gonna stay because he can't get money nowhere else.
He ain't get no money nowhere.
Yeah. So he got this whole summer to rehab. He come in next year and he gets KD shots now. They spread, because they're gonna need another option. You got Clay, you got Steph. They used to having a third option all this time. Cousins
he just gotta get some type of condition, man. Dude,
he's
slow and fat.
And it's because of the torn quad. I mean,
he was never a great defender.
He was never a great defender.
But right now he's out abysmal.
We saw the play. I think it was game 3. Where he did the layup and he didn't go nowhere.
Yeah, he tried to jump and it was he just didn't go. Yeah,
he didn't lift nowhere.
He got some work to do on that.
So I feel like if Cousins comes back as healthy as he can be, given his injury history, I think Roy's could retool to have if him as a third option, he could rekindle some of his big man dominance. He could be a useful tool.
Probably find some do a spur move, find some nice G League players that can fill some spots.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, they've been trying that. I mean, Quinn Cook is decent.
He's hit some good. He's hit some big shots this
he did.
series. What do y'all think about this series going on right now? Because we're gonna release this tomorrow, so this will be before Game 6. Y'all still got Toronto winning this? Huh?
I had Warriors in the beginning.
Oh, so you still got?
I'm going down.
I'm the same way. I said Warriors in the beginning. I don't really jump.
Oh, so even after the 3-1, y'all still jump Warriors?
I can. Well, the thing is, you gotta. I know 3-2. I know Kawhi Leonard is the best player on the court, and I know Raptors is a better team. But when you see a man go down like that, you're playing for somebody else at that point.
Yeah,
I can't have a man go down and not show up. So.
And also, last game in the Oracle Arena, guaranteed.
Oh,
and so if they win Game 6, then Game 7 is a toss-up.
How about this? I guarantee it's gonna be a game 7.
I feel
really
that
believe
way.
Warriors can push it back to Toronto.
I feel that way because I feel like there's gonna be so much energy in that building and Oracle in Game 6. I don't see, like, as good as Golden State has been throughout this whole 5-year run, I don't see them losing their last game, championship game in Oracle, having Toronto celebrate.
Whole series at the crib.
I just don't see it happening.
No, I definitely think when Curry had to drop 47, I think that affected him in the next game after that because he was kind of gassed.
Right.
So I think Steph and Clay are more or less going to be equalized in this game 6, and that they're just going to come. They're just going to be literally going to be shooting for the fences.
Go ahead.
It's crazy because like 3-1 deficits is like the norm now. We feel like it can happen and people come back now.
I feel like with the Warriors.
Granted, Warriors did come back from that.
They on both sides of it. So
they've been on both sides.
And when they did beat OKC, it was looking pretty wild. They were down by.
And if they do go to Game 7, the pressure's on the Raptors.
All the pressure's on the Raptors. And in a Game 7, if it should get there, I choose. I choose the Warriors in Game 7 because it's hard to bet against Steph and Clay for the reason you saw last night. Like they was down 6, and next thing you know, game fucking tied. Like
that was mad clutch. Those 2 threes they hit,
and it wasn't even surprising. Like when they shoot, you can tell like in the first couple of like milliseconds right there, you can tell if it's good or not, pretty much, unless it's gonna bounce around the rim.
I mean, despite all that, that was still Toronto's game to lose. Given when Cousins put back down got waved off. Cousins' legal screen and Draymond's backcourt violation.
Goaltending thing.
So I mean they had opportunities down the stretch.
They did. Did y'all make much of the Nick Nurse timeout that came where it killed the momentum? Did y'all make much of that? Because I saw that was the thing going around Twitter.
A little bit.
I mean, yes and no. On one side I can see that, but on the other side I can definitely see it. Kawhi's been looked gassed for like.
Kawhi was eating though.
I'm just saying as a whole, Kawhi's all been looking gassed for like the last like 10 games.
That's true, but he was in takeover mode at that moment.
Raptor was gassed, but Warriors even more gassed. So I'm like, it's
because normally you don't see the team that's winning that's going on the run take the time out.
Never.
Like that's up to Steve Kerr because. Steve Kerr, like they were getting pounced on by Kawhi, and Steve wouldn't call a timeout, and I was like, "Shit, Steve, like you gonna protect your mans?"
But Toronto won. We won't even be talking about this.
Not at all. That is very true. It's really on. I don't think it. I don't go as far as to say like it cost them the game or anything. It was just
it was the flow that was going on, man.
Because even after that, the stuff I just mentioned, that was after the timeout.
Right. Yeah, it was a bizarre timeout though. So I just saw that floating around NBA Twitter.
But I know when he did the timeout, it definitely in live. I was thinking, okay, that was kind of weird.
Y'all go cool off for a minute.
I was thinking that was kind of weird.
The crazy thing about that was I think Kevin Durant only played about 12 minutes last night. But it was crazy because for the minutes he was on the floor, they looked like the whole series looked like it changed for like the couple minutes he was out there.
I would still say that the minutes that he did gave him were part of the reason why they won the game.
You think? Yeah, he had 11, 12 points.
Because what usually happens is Golden State's up by like 6, Toronto makes their run, but then then Toronto's up by 12. Right. Because Golden State was up by like 12 when Toronto made their run, Toronto was only up by like 5 or 6. So the game was still in striking distance down the stretch. Yeah,
it affected the pace of the whole game pretty much because Toronto spent the whole game trying to make that up, basically trying to take it back, trying to take the lead back.
It just showed the difference between KD and with the Warriors.
And that 12 minutes alone could show anybody who thinks that the Warriors are a better team without Kevin Durant that
foolish.
Extreme foolishness.
Those hot takes became ridiculous.
Because he wasn't even using much of the ball for the shots he did make last night. They were like walk-up threes, like contested threes.
It's
chilling. Like, see, when it's not KD taking those shots, it's Iguodala. That's the difference. So I don't understand how anyone
also opens up the floor for Clay and Steph. They have much wider open looks. Just by KD being there.
Yeah, for the time.
I do believe some of that did play into KD's decision to go out there to kill those narratives.
Yeah. So about them being better without him or whatever.
Well, that was kind of obvious, but I guess he just had to prove like, yo, I'm here now.
He gained.
I think part of the issue was that the fact that he had to go out and prove that, and the fact that he got hurt is just. It just makes it harder to accept.
It was the extreme version of what we were scared of because I had said that before it happened. I was like, what if you get hurt before his free agency year?
Yeah.
As you see, everything is more complicated now.
Who after watching the Bob Myers, who do you blame for this situation?
Who do I blame for the situation? At the end of the day, look. At the end of the day, Kevin Durant. I'm not blaming it on Kevin Durant. He decided, hey, I'm good. I'm gonna go out there tonight. He didn't think he was gonna tear anything. I don't think he would have seriously put himself at risk if he thought,
yeah, he might pop.
Yeah, if he thought that he was at serious risk, I don't think he would have played.
You don't put nothing on the medical staff.
I gotta put like at least an asterisk next to the medical staff because. Yeah. The dude it's so change the fact the dude tore his Achilles on the same leg that he's been having issues with for the past month.
It's not a good look.
So, and you even told Curry that he wasn't gonna like. The only thing he had to deal with was maybe he's gonna be gassed. So,
yeah, it's hard for me to see a professional doctor look at his Achilles and calf and like, oh, this is fine. I know because they team doctors, they have a sense of urgency, but I really believe he had. I don't know if he got a second opinion or somewhere, but.
My whole thing was
crazy, dog.
Excuse me. My whole thing was just watching it play. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, so I don't really know what process they put him through or whatever. But for the little bit I saw him twice in Game 4, and I told you both times I saw him, I was like, that don't look. He's not walking like somebody who's about to come out and just be ready to play in the middle of a final series.
Right.
I could see that from bumfucking Orlando. So like, I feel like somebody could have looked at this. Yeah. I don't know. God, I'm still a little bit shaken from that whole thing.
Do you look back on the Kawhi situation to see how he moves different about that?
I go ahead, Rob.
Just sports medicine as a whole. This isn't the only incidents in like what do you want to do, basketball, football, baseball, where team doctors have. There's been some sort of questionable like he's good to play and then something happens. Yeah, like that happens across all sports. It's been if not even just Kawhi, but if you go far in the past, you can name other NBA players, even Walton, that stuff like where he's more like a he said, she said. So I think it definitely adds some substance to Kawhi being like, I need to get out of here because
Yeah, I saw Kendrick Perkins talking about that on Twitter. Actually, he was going. I think he was on who tweeted something about like, now y'all see what Kawhi, why he did what he did. Right. I think if anything, it just shows players like I get the whole thing about the team narrative and all this stuff, but take care of yourself. Take care of yourself at all costs, even if people.
I guess we hear Willis Reed. We think about his heroic moment coming out,
and that's cool. That's cool. Now.
I guess I'm saying when we have those moments, you see the heart of a champion.
Oh, and that's also that's beautiful. That's beautiful. But there was not hundreds of millions of dollars on the line back then.
I know.
There was not, because the thing is, like, that was an expensive move for KD last night. Potentially, that's an expensive move for him last night. He gonna get his 30 next year because he got that option. But like, think about a player who maybe didn't have an option. Maybe you're just a free agent next summer, and like he wouldn't have had a contract. You know what I'm saying? Like there was no player option for a guy, and he's put in that same situation.
Yeah, no, I guess it's when it's elimination game, championship. I don't know what takes over in your mind. Like, this is our season.
Yeah, because
baller. I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, he's a baller. He wants to play. Like even that, Jordan's flu game, was that today or yesterday? I mean, that whole mystique about like you're not 100%, but you still went out there. You still did your best.
With the flu, you take third-flu for that. You know what I mean? Right, but I feel you though.
Yeah, you can't take a pill for that Achilles. They ain't got no.
But I feel you though. But again, like what Rod said, he's a baller.
Yeah, and I get where you're going with the heart of a champion with Willis Reed, because they had to like stab him with some I forgot what the tail is now, whatever they gave him.
Some illegal stuff, probably.
Yeah.
Cortisone shot.
Yeah, something.
But I mean, okay, what happened last night? The series was not worth his Achilles. Like that was not worth it.
If they win, would it have been worth it?
Well, if they
win this series, would have been worth it.
They have a special circumstance because nobody ever respects what they do as long as they're a stacked All-Star team. You know what I mean?
Not stacked anymore.
Not anymore. No. I'm saying like with Kevin Durant on the team. Right. Like Kevin Durant's on the team. If Kevin Durant had started this series,
so and you believe they win, this is the first champion people will respect.
Oh, now especially, yeah. I think this is one you can't say shit about this championship if they win. What are you gonna say now? Kevon Looney out here playing with like one side of his body. Like, DeMarcus Cousins he could play. He could give you like 10 good minutes maybe. Kevin Durant.
It's crazy.
Clay missed the game.
Clay missed the game. Like if they win this, you can't say anything about this title. Not one thing about this title.
Right. You're right.
Yeah, now you can't bring nothing up about this title.
But you would even if they force Game 7, you still can't say nothing about how they lost.
Yeah, Yeah, because like at
Like,
this
man
point,
down every game, man down, another man down. Like,
because at this point, I think it's fairly obvious who would be on top if both teams are healthy right now. I think it's fairly obvious that Golden State would probably be done with Golden State by now. Yeah. Both teams had everybody they were supposed to have. Like Golden State would have killed this shit.
Part of a gentleman's suite, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Either 4 or 5.
I respect Kawhi to get one game, but yeah.
Yeah, and but so both of y'all do agree though last night was not worth his Achilles, so it wasn't worth trying to come out there like that.
No.
Because even though you with the heart of a champion, you gotta go.
It's not just Achilles injury. It's not just going to affect him in the short term. It's going to affect his game in the long term.
Yeah, because
it's going to affect him for the rest of his career.
Because I'm thinking about 2020s right now, and my mind just sees white, like it's just blank. Like I don't even know anymore. Like everything we talked about up to this point. It's like you take one of the best players, the best or the second best player out of the page for a year. Everything that happens this summer, players, but Jimmy Butler, everybody who was thinking about free agency this summer is like, okay, I got to do something different now. Like everything has changed this summer.
That talk we had earlier, throw that out the window, though.
Yeah.
KD out, so let's just
the whole free agency,
like Kyrie might even come back to us now.
Yeah.
Like
Kyrie would have broke like, okay, this is a new plan.
Yeah.
This is a new plan.
Yeah,
But Dom, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Does this change the whole KD narrative? So like,
what do you mean?
It's like, is he still a snake now?
Oh,
yeah, see, this is okay. I'm gonna take this one because I've been peeping this on Twitter all day. First of all, I'm gonna go on record. I've never called him a snake one time in my life. I said, I hated the move that he did. It was weak, but I never went in on him as a person. Never. No. Thing is, I'm on Twitter now, and everybody it's like. They feel like they can't see their old tweets. Like people can't go back and read what they were saying because now it's all, oh my goodness, support Kevin like this and that. And I agree.
They were literally vilifying this man literally 36 hours ago.
And don't get me wrong. I agree. All support to Kevin Durant. All support to his recovery and all of that. But Twitter switched up quick. Well,
that's what happened.
It's like a death. When people switch up on you after you die, he was this and that.
I was a big fan of his music.
I'm never gonna forget. Nobody's ever gonna make me forget these last 3 years. The public narrative against Kevin Durant. You can't take that back.
What's the guy that do the voiceovers? Has in KD's name. The Instagram guy, what he gonna do after that? Everybody beloved him. When you do a heroic act like this, you are beloved.
Yeah, no,
you can't say nothing negative about.
Oh, immediately, because you can't say because he put his own health on the line. He put his future on the line. He put his whole career on the line. Yeah, for this. When he come back, whenever he does play again, he gonna get standing ovation in every arena.
Ass. Good job.
Man. This just to your question. Yeah, this just completely redid his whole public image, I believe, because people feel bad. Most people feel bad for criticizing him now. Most people feel bad for the whole snake thing.
He's saying it was a weak move, and I
still agree it was a weak move.
I think everyone can agree that it was joining a stacked team. I was like, okay, what we doing?
It's crazy. His Achilles is the best PR move ever.
What are the chances that him out of all people, right? He goes to Golden State, then he ends up tearing his Achilles a couple of years later, and that's how this whole thing ends. What are the damn chances of that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, and
that's crazy for real.
But no, even right now I can see even did y'all see that post from Slam online? Y'all follow Slam, the basketball page? They were straight up. They just said, "Fuck you if you don't support Kevin Durant through this right now." You didn't see that? Nah. They're like a professional media outlet in their feelings.
Everybody feel that, man.
Hey man, yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible, but this just shows how quick people switch up though. That shit went quick. And that's why I don't go in on players personally. I don't ever go personal attack on players like that because you never know. Don't show up one day or anything can happen to them. And
because I can understand. Because everyone agreed that the move was it was what it was, but when you're literally just attacking the man to attack the man, it was getting kind of out of pocket.
Even if I had have been one of the people calling him a snake, I think I'd be tired of it by now. It's 2019, fam. He made that move in July of 2016, and so there's still some people reciting the same exact paragraph on Twiter. Every time they get into a KD argument, they're 73-9 team. They 3-1 comeback.
Every media outlet said every damn time they talk about him.
Every single time, I'm like, bro, y'all not tired yet? I want him to leave too. I wanted a more competitive NBA, but I was like, bro,
They bring on that tweet like, let's go at these guys.
Yeah, like it was just straight up like reciting every single day. I was like, y'all not tired?
Yeah, there are a lot of people clearing the history.
They gotta clear the history. I mean, it is what it is. I'm glad everyone's showing love. I've only seen a couple tweets where people are like, that weird part of Twitter. It's like, yeah, I'm happy he tore his Achilles or whatever. There's people out there like that on the internet.
That's just evil.
Regardless.
So at this point, we can't really discuss free agency because we just don't know nothing.
Oh no, free agency this year is like everything we said in the last podcast.
Literally all of the rumors, hot takes, all that has like update now.
Yeah,
we're gonna need at least like a week before
everybody
anything.
The agents, boy.
Yeah, because we on this podcast we've discussed free agency at least like in the last 3. Everything we said, you can go ahead and like you don't need to bother with that now because whatever Kyrie was gonna do, I'm sure he's got a different idea now.
I got a question.
Whatever
not
team
you,
gonna
but
do? Yeah.
how many high caliber players would a team offer max contract with a torn Achilles?
Wait, so what was the question?
How many like top tier players we have in the league that a team will offer a max contract with a torn Achilles?
Well, from a team perspective, a guy like Kevin Durant, they'll still offer. Well, okay. Let me bring it back.
Only got 3 names in my head.
Feel like LeBron. Well, not even anymore. He's in his 30s. Yeah.
Who are your names? Mine is Kawhi, KD, and Curry.
Okay, but my thing is, my response to that is, you remember DeMarcus Cousins was a top center before his Achilles, and it came to this summer, and he had to sign with the Warriors because no one wanted to pay him.
But I thought he turned down the Pelicans offer though.
Allegedly, man.
Allegedly, we never actually got a fact check on that.
I think they offered him $20 million or something like that.
Whatever it was, nobody offered him a max though. Nobody tried to max him. All right, so that being said, because again, people can forget.
Granted, I think people took into account his like weight.
It was heavy, man.
Well, here's what I'm saying about an Achilles though. An Achilles was probably you expect it to affect a player like Cousins less than a player like John Wall or KD. Like Cousins is in the pain.
Okay, think about John Wall is that it was that he was already rehabbing a season-ending injury.
Damn, I forgot about
that. And then although he had people in the crib, and then he slipped. Like, what? Come on!
I want to hear the official story on what actually happened.
I don't know what happened in that, man.
Like, what's he doing? Jumping jacks and like.
Well, but my point is that but you don't expect an Achilles to affect a big man the same way you expect it to affect an explosive, quick player on the perimeter.
That is true, but I
think both sides. For a guard, it's going to affect explosion, but on a big man, it's going to affect because whatever explosion you had is affected, and you have to carry that you're a bigger dude over. Lower leg injuries when you're over a certain height is dangerous. Like foot injuries when you're like a 7-footer. Like
I hear you.
That's a big deal.
Well, I just think because the 3 people I name are like real legit shooters. So I guess their game, they're athletic, they rely on their speed. At least they have a part of their game they can rely on to get that athleticism back.
Well, okay. The thing about Curry is that he's gonna be able to shoot.
Yeah, Curry can.
It's like his game isn't so built on athleticism.
See, when you talk about when you talk back to your original question about who would you max off of a torn Achilles. My problem with an Achilles comes from the fact that not even just he's never going to be the same. It's the injuries that come after that. Yeah. It's when they overcompensate and they injure something else on the other leg, and then next thing you know, like that injury ends up being the one that really brings them down. That's why I'm not trying to max anybody off of, because you're literally tying up your future money in guys when you max them.
Yeah.
And so you don't. And so like again, I get from your perspective, teams there's probably gonna be a team out there one day that maxes KD next year. Whoever it is, that's probably gonna happen just because it's Kevin Durant. A team will probably. There's no way a team is just gonna let that slide if he's out there.
Because here's my thing, the teams are gonna max somebody.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna come down to. Are you going to max KD when he's coming off his Achilles injury? Are you going to max somebody that has no business with this kind of money?
Because let's be real, we've seen players on bad contracts in the NBA. That's not a new thing.
Like for example, right? Boston's a good team without Kyrie.
Yeah.
I'll give KD the max.
Give KD the max?
Yeah, he be straight.
No.
Y'all team is good regardless. He could be resting.
No. But what I'm saying is that ties up your 5 years down the road when you really need to make a move and you like, damn.
You have to also remember. Celtics already got a bad max contract right now with Hayward.
Yeah, see that's what I'm saying. Okay, perfect example.
Not the same caliber player.
Not the same caliber player, but the same situation. You see, that makes things harder because we got a player that we max that's not really a max guy.
Yeah, he was never a max prior to the max.
I mean, he was.
I don't think Hayward, he was mad. He was 20 points.
I wasn't mad we paid Hayward at all before that ankle. Him and the team we had, I was very pleased with that. Like that was fine. Given the free agency pool that year, I wasn't mad at that.
Okay, cool.
But okay, just imagine a team is max KD and now he's like you know, he's like Hayward where he hasn't really come along. That's your money's tied up. It's tied.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, there's just I can't.
I was trying to separate the name from the injury.
So, what's y'all best guesses? I mean, my best guess about where it goes from here. I think we about to re-enter the LeBron era real quick. I really think so. I think they're gonna get something happening this summer. They're gonna swing something this summer now. Like, this is a golden opportunity. Everybody sees the same thing we see. They see just how when LeBron left the East and, like, you know, the East was open
because the West is more or less it's gonna be wide open because Portland's not gonna be. Isn't I'm just going out there and say, like, they're not. Where they are right now, they're not.
Yeah, they're gonna make moves.
Anything they can do that will change.
Then I'm not exactly sure how the Nuggets are gonna develop.
I mean,
they got Porter coming.
They got Porter coming, but
nobody has a death grip on the West right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's gonna be no death grip. So teams are going for it. Like, a team like LA with LeBron, they about to swing. They about to make something shake.
They have to now.
They about to. And
who you want, dog? Give me AD. The West is wide open. We gotta take advantage.
If the Lakers got to trade that whole roster this summer to get AD and figure the rest out,
offered, you know,
and now more so again with the West being
throw the pick in.
And with the West being more open now, that absolutely Lakers, like, what do you want for AD? We'll figure the rest out. You know, you can get somebody. You know, maybe people that take pay cuts to come play with us this summer if we get AD.
Yeah.
And I think this is how we immediately re-enter the LeBron era. That's how I see this. I immediately I think that's what 2020 is going to look like.
Even in the East, it's not especially clear cut either because you forget Philly took Toronto to 7 games.
It was a bounce.
And the only problem with Milwaukee is that Giannis can't hit a consistent jump shot.
Which this summer I think he's going to work hard on that.
If he come up with a jump shot.
If he comes up with a jump shot, then, you know.
Yeah. He's going to make him. The East
is going to be mellow too, so there's no real guarantee of who you're going to be seeing in the finals on that. So
not only that, we don't even know if Kawhi is actually staying regardless of the result.
That's going to be crazy. If he wins and he leaves, Toronto's looking complete. That's just.
Let me tell y'all something. Did y'all see that interview where they asked him?
Yeah, he's like, "I ain't got no house out here."
Like, no, not that one. Where they asked him, like, what?
He said, "I got no house out here."
No, the one where they asked him, like, what would a championship mean to Canada? Y'all seen that one?
Nah.
Y'all didn't see that? They asked Kawhi Leonard, like, what would a championship mean to Canada? He was like, I don't know. You got to ask somebody on the street. You got to ask a fan. Like, he's like, I don't live here. Like, he didn't say that, but that was the response. He was like, I really don't know. I'm sure this means a lot to them. Like, damn, bro, like, you don't realize you play for a Canada team. Like, so who knows what's going on with Kawhi? But back to that point, yeah, the East and West, like, we don't know what it's about to look like.
Toronto is trying to make him like prime minister over there.
They offer that man the key to, like, the nation over there for him to stay. Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky coming out and shaking the hand all the time.
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is, you can't get a read on Kawhi at all. Like, he might just want to get a championship and go, like, collect a bag somewhere else. Like, you got no clue. But yeah, the NBA is going to look totally different next year, and East and West, because there's no clear cut in either.
Well, I do like this. That means it's a free fall for everybody.
Oh, everybody, yeah.
It's finally balanced now.
Yeah, and I hate that it had to happen this way because I wouldn't trade KD's career for, like, nothing really. Like, because I thought he was going to leave anyways.
His potential is he could end his career if he was stay healthy.
Oh yeah, his all-time rank. Yeah, I thought he was leaving Golden State anyway, so I didn't want to see him tear some shit to, like, you know, take himself out of the picture. But that's what we got now, and the NBA is completely wide open. The moves that's gonna happen this summer, it's gonna look like a 2K, like My League, like simulation type thing, I think.
Oh yeah, we need this auto draft. Yeah, got, like, a whole bunch of randoms.
They trade LeBron, all types of
Bulls.
Jimmy Butler on the Clippers, like all types of random shit. Yeah, that's I know. Yeah, that must. You did see the news though about the Pelicans trying to get AD out of there, right? Yeah, you saw it. So you saw the same thing I saw about the Lakers. So I know you're excited for that because
I am. You know.
I even saw they're opening 3-team trades.
Yeah, because exactly.
I heard something about Bradley Beal too, though.
I did too.
Yeah. So, hey man, hope Rob Pelinka, actually take care of business.
And you get LeBron and AD.
Crazy opening this guy, but it is what it is.
You get LeBron and AD. That's putting y'all in the direction of a finals next year. And you're gonna have to deal with, if LeBron win in LA, you're gonna have to deal with that shadow that it immediately casts.
Not really, because fam, you got MVP caliber next to you, so I don't think that people be like, "Oh, look at what LeBron did." Like, no.
You don't think so?
It's not logical at this point.
Yeah. True.
Come on, it's AD.
Yeah.
AD. Yeah, it's like, and most, I don't know, it might be some situation where LeBron plays second fiddle to him. You know, might be feeding him.
Not yet.
Well, I'm saying, like, with his passion, he just.
I mean, it's don't change the fact that the ball's gonna be in LeBron's hands. He's gonna dictate what happens.
Now, you know, you got AD on the block. You gonna feed him, especially if you
right.
You know, single coverage. You know.
Yeah, I see that. The thing is, that's the gamble with LA though, right? Only reason we're talking about Anthony Davis to LA now is because they rekindled. Like it's a thing that's back on the table.
Andre Ingram make a reappearance.
Who?
Ingram. Andre Ingram.
Andre Ingram. I thought you were Brandon Ingram, yeah. Well, because I was about to say, like, you know, y'all get Anthony Davis. None of y'all young guys.
Make appearance, baby.
None of y'all young guys will be there. All of them go.
Andre Ingram, we starting guard.
It's gonna be LeBron, Anthony Davis, and shooters.
Yeah, Andre Ingram, man. I'm trying to tell y'all boys.
Andre Ingram, yeah. It's
maybe Rondo might stay and
he'll be included in the trip because everybody. Who?
McGee.
Everybody gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. This GM,
I'm assuming Pelicans want all the young players in the pick.
This GM is more sensible than the other
Griffin?
one. Yeah. Because the other one was just trying to mess with y'all.
But if I can fleece everybody, I'm still fleecing everybody.
Yeah.
What you got over there? Let me get him too.
Imagine that same deal though. Now that we know the Pelicans have Zion Williamson, they're gonna have Zion Williamson.
They can prove that means they have the core set.
And I'm saying, if they swing that trade for LA, now you got Lonzo Ball. If Brandon Ingram comes back from those clocks, which I haven't heard nothing about that,
that's
but
a nice little. They might keep
Kuzma.
Holiday. Might keep Holiday. I don't want to go do a Holiday.
Like, bro, at that point they'll probably turn him into like even more assets. Like
that's like a year or two down the line.
They got a future.
Yeah, you got everything you need.
Yo,
the stadium will be filled. Well, you have no issue about selling tickets.
Oh yeah, the tickets already gone. Yeah,
they sold the tickets.
Bro, the Pelican, that GM has an opportunity to collect some like real points, like on his resume, like just like Masai Ujiri did with the Nuggets and Raptors.
Yeah.
He got a chance right now because you can get any number of young players for Anthony Davis to play with Zion and
that'd be a nice lineup too. I can see it now. It's a good lineup.
Yeah, because like the Lakers, young guys, they've never been able to put it together in LA, but they're not trash. Randall. Yeah, it depends. He might get caught in collateral, and plus him and Zion occupy the same spot too.
Oh,
so
that's right.
and he might be collateral. I don't know unless he's free agent. Is he a free agent? I don't know. I
have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. But that shit, I hadn't been thinking about that whole thing. That when it rekindled with LA, that's the young guys around Zion.
That's
now.
a nice little lot.
Bro.
Holiday at the guard.
They hold all the power right now. I hope they get that done quick.
Backcourt too.
Yeah, no, that's a great start because when Anthony Davis,
you'd be happy after you gave all these good assets. You'd be fine.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
With that.
Absolutely. Now that's the thing. Like earlier this season, I get when the Pelicans weren't really serious about doing that. I get when they weren't serious, but now that you have a core piece in Zion, that makes sense now. Yeah, any of those make sense. Wow.
And we do got the fourth pick, so. We got the
the Lakers do have
I'm
fourth
saying
pick.
they throw the fourth pick in there too.
Bro, they getting Anthony Davis. Like that's a done deal. Like they getting Anthony Davis this summer. Yeah, we have to deal with a LeBron and AD duo. That's crazy.
Hey man.
Because I just don't think the Knicks can have enough. Besides the third pick, I don't think they have enough like other assets that would entice.
That'd be 3-team. Y'all maxing Vucevic this summer?
We ain't got no choice but to max Vucevic.
That's tough. I mean, he's a good player, but like,
I mean,
the playoffs, he looked wild.
The thing about the playoffs was that because literally no one else on the Magic can shoot. Yeah. You could just double him and not have to worry about it.
I mean, I don't hold it too high against Vucevic. What happened against the Raptors? Like, this is a great defensive team. Yeah.
That was the first time in the postseason. Plus, you had
and also
a lot of big body.
Also, you act like Markelle wasn't a defensive player of the year at one point.
Yeah, like
and Vucevic isn't really like the fastest player on the court.
To be honest, I thought Markelle was way past any.
I don't know why people thought that.
I look at his body. He look like he look.
That's because people don't be watching Memphis games.
When that
to be honest, I don't watch no Memphis games.
When that trade happened, people were like, "Oh, they got Gasol's corpse." I'm like, "Y'all tripping?" Like he's still.
To be honest, I don't watch Memphis games. I saw one Mike Conley game my whole life.
Does he seem very like passive to y'all in the finals? Like he gets the ball and like he seems like he's super
heavy. Open, he shoot.
Huh?
Every time he open Gasol, like he shoot a three.
Absolutely not, bro. He be hesitant sometimes, man. He be really hesitant.
Well, he do a little hesitant look away that he shoots.
Yeah, I think Toronto has a lot of hesitant.
I think he's been getting good. Toronto's been getting good play out of him.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's been good. I'm saying he seemed real hesitant at times. Like there's times where it's like whole team get hesitant sometimes, just waiting for Kawhi. And it's like, I don't know. I just wondered if y'all noticed it.
I think it's literally Kawhi, and then everyone else trying to figure out who's going to step up.
So we're gonna do Obama. If you got Vooch there, how he gonna get his development?
Yeah, see, that's what I was wondering. Like, y'all drafted Mo Bamba last summer with Vucevic starting at the center. I was like, so what we doing here? Because that's a top pick, and then there's Vooch, who's a star. So, like, what? How does it work?
I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all.
Make it work, Rob.
I don't know what the Magic have been doing management-wise for like the last decade.
Ever since the White left.
So,
yeah, because I would hate to see y'all, like, making.
Because right now it looks like Jonathan Isaac has the most, like.
He got the most potential.
Yeah, he looked real nice.
Most realistic potential.
I saw him twice in Macy, just chilling. I don't know what he's doing in Macy. Just chilling, bro.
Really, with somebody?
With some older one, or his mom. But he's chilling, like he's sitting on the couch on his phone. Waiting.
You mean like in the open
7 foot
in like the open area?
You sure it's him?
Yeah, I should have. Tall as a tree. He went first. He bought some pillows. Then he went downstairs, sat on the couch.
You say what's up?
Yeah, what's up? I like what up, man. Big fan. He like, hey man, appreciate it. He just sat there and just people walking by like they don't know who he is.
Well, yeah, because I can see.
Because I think
he's super long. Like, you know this long guy.
Well, because I don't even think people in Orlando watch Magic games.
I see Vooch in Target. Years ago.
Yeah. You see Magic players around here. I seen DJ Augustine. I saw Hidu at the mall before. Like, you see Magic players around here.
Because the thing is that I feel like from what I have seen as a Magic fan, that Mo Bamba's potential is like just like a rim runner, like maybe like a Clint Capella.
Really?
Because I see the same. Because I see D Wade blocked his shot. Like, when you're like however big he is, like he can't just be getting embarrassed.
I mean,
like
Wade
that.
is top all time.
No, I'm just saying that, like, but that's not the only like example I've seen of him getting clowned by like a smaller dude.
I mean, he's a rookie. Your rookie year be tough on people physically, bro.
But
Like,
it still changes the fact that if you hold the ball like this, like who's gonna like?
I'm gonna give him a minute. I'm gonna give him a Wombo a minute.
Dude got like a 9.5 standing reach. I just figured that he'd be. I don't know.
Do you have any hope for Markelle Fultz though?
Oh, I forgot about him.
Yeah, because y'all got Fultz now.
Oh yeah.
Or is that
The thing is that I saw him play in college, and then I saw from college to his first year. I was like, what the heck?
That's an old storyline now, but isn't that the most mysterious thing to ever happen? Like, he just like forgot how to shoot or something. Like,
but the thing is that like if he can rebuild his shot to where it's not like that trash that we saw and all things considered, if you go back on like what he was supposed to be, he could still be a solid player.
Yeah, that'd be if he turned around and be anything he was supposed to be, and that's his upgrade at the point guard spot. You know, you got something there.
All right, so I didn't even. Yeah, we went on a tangent about the Magic. I forgot to tell y'all, Rod is a Magic fan. And Rod, why Orlando's a decent place? Why is this not a free agent destination? Like, nobody ever says, the Orlando Magic are gonna get this free. Like, it's never even mentioned down here.
Because
nobody even looks here.
Because we haven't been committed to putting a quality product on the floor. We have a history of mismanaging big quality stars, whether it be, Shaq,
like they tried to hold Shaq.
Whether it be Shaq, Grant Hill with his ankle, or T-Mac the way he left, or Dwight. Management has a history of drafting bad talent, whether it be his own guy. We don't know how.
How's on the 5th pick, bro?
Whether we don't know how Mo Bamba is going to turn out.
Crazy, though.
We also drafted Elfrid Payton wasn't like as hyped up as Magic fans also thought. Then Rob Hennigan was one of the worst GMs ever
Hey, that was a nice fake out too.
Ever seen in my entire life.
That was a big fake out because he was nice with the Thunder.
And then, right. And then, not to mention, we've been through like 5 coaches in like the last, at least my recent memory. So I mean, if you combine all that together, it don't care if Mickey Mouse in the city. We ain't trying to play that.
Yeah, Rob.
I was working in when Jock Vaughn.
Jack Vaughn.
And I just see him on the bench and it's chilling there. Yeah. Like he's spacing out. He didn't even look at the game. He just spacing out.
Who we had? We had
he waiting to get fired.
We had Skiles. We had.
I don't even know who the coach is now.
We had
Vogel.
Vogel. Like
Clifford.
Clifford.
Steve Clifford. Yeah.
That's 4 coaches I just named. That's like the past 4 years, 4 years, give or take. So
I don't know. You can go.
Oh yeah, we traded Victor Oladipo for
Terrence Ross
and Tobias Harris.
Theoretically, Terrence Ross.
Basically for Terrence Ross
and Tobias Harris.
So I mean, it's just we got a history of being just some straightforward.
Well, I guess how they say Tobias Harris.
I mean, granted, that all factors into the Rob Hennigan fiasco. Like, fire Hennigan was a big slogan for like.
And that's the one that posted Darchich for Aaron Gordon on the board.
Doncic for Aaron Gordon?
No,
there's some whiteboard that's talking about trading Aaron Gordon for like some.
I got a question.
For some
when Dwight was in his prime, Orlando, was it a free agent destination when he was here?
That's the thing. That's why I asked the question like my whole life.
Is it a city thing or the team thing?
Hey, even going back, I'm still mad they traded JJ Redick. I'm still mad.
This man, he been waiting to get this off his chest.
He got a.
My thing with the Magic is,
I don't like Nurses for coming in that game.
That was
I'm still pissed off about that.
That was my question, because like even when Dwight was here, I never heard this free agent is looking at Orlando. Like on the list, you know how they show a list of teams, guys. Right. Nobody say anything about it, and you know what that makes me think? I think the NBA players, they have like a inside thing where they just like the Orlando's just blacklisted. Like they just know that's a trash organization.
Not only that, but I haven't even touched about player development. Most of the players they have, they don't start balling until they leave.
Right, that's extremely true.
And they come back after they prime.
Because Oladipo
was he was a good player, but once he left, that's when he developed into what he was before he unfortunately.
I still understand the reason for getting rid of Oladipo for Ibaka, like he was gonna resign.
And the other thing is Ibaka's a piece that you get when you're like contending. He's not a piece that you just trade for like straight out like a young player.
You got Oladipo for Terrence Ross.
I was so pissed off about that.
Maybe there was a deal there that they thought was gonna happen. Because that don't make any sense. Let's just leave it at that. Because that don't make any sense at all. Because like it's a young asset that you traded for like a guy that you trade if you're about to contend. Yeah. Like
that's weird, bro.
That is strange, bro.
Well, I think they could have got KD because they got Ibaka. That's what I was thinking.
Man, whatever, bro. I guess. But when Dwight was here, like those years when they were even contending.
I never heard like, I want to go to Magic.
Yeah, that was all built, like that trade for Vince Carter and stuff like that, and when they traded Courtney Lee for Vince, right. And then after that, like. You remember that? That was a weird year when they just traded everybody, and then you got Gilbert Arenas back and Josh Richardson, I believe. Y'all remember that? Yeah, 2011. Yeah, remember?
On the Magic.
Yeah, you don't remember that? In 2011.
You don't remember that?
It was weird. Like the Magic
I thought he got the gun charge in Wizards.
He did, but like he
came back.
Yeah, he came back. Yeah.
Oh, I think I do remember him a little bit.
It was like the Magic traded the 09 finals team.
They got his corpse, but like.
Yeah. The Magic traded the 09 finals team for like just like. Random pieces. Like that's when they sent Vince Carter to the Suns. Sent Vince to the Suns, yeah, and then y'all had Arenas and Richardson, and I believe Hedo y'all even got back from somewhere.
Well, I saw Michael Petrus?
Yeah, he just like dissolved somewhere. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, he turned into a corpse after Kobe cooked him in 09. Yeah. Yeah, Kobe was cooking that in 09.
That's crazy, man.
In the final.
But yeah, I think it's this organization thing plus the city thing. I don't know why.
Because it's a nice city down here, bro.
Yeah,
this
isn't the whole
it's like, a big
the whole
city.
Presentation of like games is like top notch. Great mascot, great.
Yeah, the arena is dope.
The problem was the quality product, was the quality of the product on the floor and player development, and how much do you trust management?
Because Knicks been trash for years, but they can create it like
because it's a makeup basketball. They got that.
I know, but they got straight garbage on the court.
Even the fact that
and they don't got a good front office.
The tax rate in Florida should be attractive as well, but people still ain't trying to go out here.
No, I don't know if y'all experienced this or not, and I've always wondered if this happens to everybody for their home team. But like I'm here in Orlando, like I don't really see the Orlando Magic as like a legitimate, like they don't feel legitimate to me.
No, Orlando Magic fans they support Magic because it's an event.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it seems like when I go to
like
a Magic
Orlando
game,
City games.
Yeah, like when I go to a Magic game, I don't feel like I'm going to an NBA game. I feel like I'm going to like just an event for the day. You know what I mean? And I wonder if it's. I was trying to wonder if it's like that for maybe everybody who has a home team. Like do the Indiana Pacers actually feel like an NBA team?
The boys and Pacers.
Because the Magic, I feel like I'm just going to see a show for a little bit. I feel like I'm just going to see a show that night. Like
I think Orlando Pacific, but Indiana Pacers. I think the people are loyal there. But I just think it's just us here. It's like,
because like first of all,
when you have the fans jersey retired.
That's what I was gonna say. Like we don't have jerseys retired.
It's one called the fans.
Like, and then when you go to a Magic game, especially when it's a good team in town, everybody's for the everybody's for the ops. Like
fair weather fans.
Everyone's for the ops.
No loyalty.
Yeah. I went to the Golden State game.
Golden State game.
See away jerseys.
Golden State home game.
Oh, I swear to God, when I was at the Golden State game, there was a whole section down there that was just straight Golden State. Like,
that's crazy,
and maybe that's for Golden State wherever they go. But I went to the Celtics Celtics game too, and it was the same thing. Like I seen Kyrie jerseys. Like I seen.
I went like a Portland game. I saw a decent amount of Portland.
See how Portland draw.
Portland. I only know one Portland fan that wasn't from Portland.
That's what I'm saying. Like how you draw a Portland crowd in
Shout
Orlando.
out to KD, man.
It's like, oh, now I got to see some another jersey. Like,
yeah, like how you draw a Portland crowd in Orlando? Like what the fuck? I never heard somebody say I see Lillard fans maybe. I've never seen a Portland Trailblazer fan like in real life.
I'm about to tell you the guy that because of Brennan Roy or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, every time I go to Magic, when I used to work there, it was like it's like a soccer game, like an outing.
Yeah, it's just like an event. Yeah, we got there already. Yeah, it's just an event. So I guess. Oh yeah, because I was aiming for 6:30. Yeah, so we are at an hour. Yeah.
One small note. Okay, what's good with the Hall of Fame? People be throwing out Hall of Fame names.
Oh yeah, Eric is pissed because I sent it to the group.
We can spend an hour just talking about this.
I sent it to the group that was CJ McCollum asked if Kyle Lowry is a Hall of Famer. He asked if Kyle Lowry is a Hall of Famer if he win this ring. And the answer is a hard no. Like I don't even know where that comes from.
Some people like you should argue all the stuff he done.
Because my thing is heck no. But the thing is that if you look at his resume. And then you look at some of the clowns that they already let in.
Nah, bro.
That's what the hot takes are looking at.
Nah, Kyle. Look, I'm not even as disrespectful towards Kyle Lowry as some people. Like I don't just. Yeah, see, like he a Kyle Lowry hater over there.
Because that's what the hot takes are looking at.
Because he do some things. He's not a Hall of Famer, bro. Like,
I don't think no one in here thinks he's a Hall of Famer.
And there's not even an argument for that. Like he won a championship this year. Okay, cool. It's awesome. That'd be awesome to see him with a championship. But like, nah. Like,
I guess
people see like 5-time All-Star.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
He gets to get rose-colored glasses.
I think that's where the argument is that he's made the All-Star team. How many? Not 5. He made He's made 5 All-Star teams.
I mean, it might not have been like he might have been that reserve. He might have been that reserve.
So then I get the argument. CJ McCollum probably had his 5 All-Stars in a championship. How is that not a basketball Hall of Famer? That's probably and that's why the basketball Hall of Fame needs to be redone right there. Because you can say that for so many NBA players. As soon as you're an NBA All-Star, you automatically have a bid at the Hall of Fame.
That's crazy.
If you just do a little bit more, because it's the basketball Hall of Fame. You getting compared to like the Europe League and everything like that. So
because I feel like. Our standards for what Hall of Fame is significantly
I guess
higher.
It's like our NBA Hall of Fame is the first ballots, and everything else is for the whole world basketball. First ballots is okay, but the
thing is, how did Ben Wallace not get in first ballot?
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, that's wild.
I don't know. I think he probably got some. They got some dirt on him or something. They got some dirt on him.
Yeah, so that's where we're gonna wrap up today because the Hall of Fame. We can go on. We talked about that last week. We're going on for that like an hour. Honestly, maybe we'll next time we get Rod on get more of his takes on that. But we're at like an hour now, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Say whatever y'all got to say. Anything pressing y'all minds, get it off your chest.
You can find me at Silenciate on IG. You can find me on Tinder. You can find me on Tumblr, Pinterest.
I gotta follow your Pinterest. I didn't know you were serious about that. You actually got Pinterest?
Man.
You got art on there?
Wait.
I'm on Pinterest for real.
Yeah,
because he does like art and stuff. I forgot he actually draws like that.
You can follow Rod on Roddy Zach on Instagram. That's RODDYZ8.
He sent you some dope memes.
Yeah, if you got memes, he'll entertain you.
Yeah. Rod, you got an outro, or is that your outro for you right there?
I didn't want to. My blood pressure spiked because we were talking about the Magic, but I was trying to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, you seem like a victim of abuse when the Magic came up. Like, so you had a lot to get out.
I'm a Magic fan, but I'm an angry Magic fan.
Hey, you have the right to be, bro. It's been how long since Dwight left now?
2011.
Yeah, and like y'all just now got your first playoff win. Hey, man, I get you, bro.
But I'll say what I said last time. If you keep putting me on the mic, an outro will be coming.
Hey man, you gotta be official. You can be official this summer. Yeah. All right, and we're posting this on a Wednesday. Again, this is just a dire situation, recording times and the Kevin Durant situation. So normally you catch us on Saturday. So hit the bell next to the channel name if you want notifications when we drop every week, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching.